Hello, everyone. You've planned road trips before, so you already know the drill. You throw some chips in a bag, promise yourself you'll grab something at the next exit, and end up 6 hours later paying $12 for a sad gas station sandwich that leaves you tired, cranky, and somehow still hungry. Hi, I'm Mary. I love road trips, and I've learned simple ways to eat better and spend less on the road. This is your complete road trip food guide, and in the next few minutes, you'll know exactly how to fix all of that. Here's what you probably don't know. The USDA's Food Safety and Inspection Service, the same agency that sets meat safety rules, quietly recommends packing 2 coolers for a road trip, not 1. Almost nobody does it. And it's the difference between food that's still safe on day 3 and food that's been sitting in the danger zone below 40 degrees Fahrenheit is where you need to stay for 40 cooler openings. That's just one thing you're about to learn. In the next few minutes, you'll get the full playbook. How to prep before you leave, how to store your food so it actually stays cold, which snacks won't crash your energy at hour 4, and full meals you can eat behind the wheel without making a mess. Get this right, and you'll never dread a long drive again. Let's start with the prep. The mistake most people make is treating road trip food like a stop on the way out of town. You swing by the grocery store, grab whatever looks convenient, and toss it in a bag. That's how you end up with warm cheese, crushed bread, and a banana that's already brown before you hit the highway. Real prep starts the day before, and it starts with a decision. How many meals are you actually replacing? Count them. A 10-hour drive is usually 1 breakfast, 1 lunch, and a snack window. A weekend trip might be 6 or 7 meals over 3 days. Write the number down. Everything you buy should map to a specific meal. Nothing goes in the bag just in case. Next, prep in the order things get eaten. Freeze anything you won't touch until day 2. Sandwiches, wraps, water bottles, even yogurt tubes. Frozen items pull double duty. They thaw slowly and keep your cooler cold while they do it. A frozen turkey wrap on Monday morning becomes lunch on Tuesday, and it's replaced 2 ice packs on the way. For anything you'll eat on day 1, pre-portion it into single servings before it goes in the cooler. Whole containers of hummus, giant bags of grapes, family-sized chip bags, these are the enemies of a clean car. Small zip bags and reusable containers keep your hands free and your seats crumb-free. Finally, pack a small grab bag for the front seat. Napkins, wet wipes, a trash bag, 1 water bottle, and whatever snack you want in the first hour. And speaking of that water bottle, staying hydrated on a long drive matters more than most people realize. Dehydration is one of the sneakiest causes of road fatigue, so keep water within arm's reach at all times and sip consistently, not just when you feel thirsty. This is the difference between a calm drive and reaching into the back at 70 miles an hour looking for a granola bar. Prep well, and the next 2 sections get much easier. Now for storage. This is the part that separates people who eat well on the road from people who spend day 2 throwing out slimy deli meat. And it starts with something the USDA's Food Safety and Inspection Service has been saying for years that almost nobody follows. Use 2 coolers, not 1. Here's why it matters. Bacteria multiply fastest between 40 and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, what's called the danger zone. In that range, they can double every 20 minutes. What they're really talking about are TCS foods, time/temperature control for safety foods, things like deli meats, dairy, and eggs. These are your perishable foods, and your cooler's entire job is to keep them at or below 40 degrees. Every time you open the lid to grab a drink, it loses cold air. On a road trip, that lid opens 30, 40, even 50 times a day. By hour 6, the food closest to the top is riding the danger zone line. And every time that happens, you're risking cross-contamination between ready-to-eat items and raw or partially thawed foods. The fix is dead simple. One cooler is your day cooler. Drinks, snacks, today's lunch. You open it constantly. The other is your deep cooler. Sandwiches, meats, and meals for day 2 and 3. Your TCS foods and perishables. You don't touch it until you need it. It stays sealed, stays cold, and your day 3 chicken wrap is as safe as it was in the fridge at home. A few more things that matter more than the cooler you buy. Put the cooler in the passenger cabin, not the trunk. Trunks can hit 120 degrees on a summer drive. Even a $300 cooler, a Yeti, an RTIC, whatever you're running, loses ice 3 or 4 times faster back there. A $30 Igloo up front will beat a $300 cooler in the trunk every time. Ice retention is almost entirely about ambient temperature, not the cooler brand. Drop a cheap fridge thermometer in the deep cooler so you can actually see the temp. Pack food straight from the fridge or freezer. Never room temperature. Use block ice instead of cubes when you can. It melts slower. And at rest stops, park in the shade and crack the windows. Follow this, and your food stays safe for the entire trip. Now, snacks. Snacks are where most road trips fall apart. You start with good intentions, a bag of almonds, some fruit, and by hour 4, you've eaten half a sleeve of cookies and you're staring at a gas station. Slim Jim wondering how you got here. The problem isn't willpower. It's that most healthy road trip snacks are secretly sugar bombs. That trail mix with dried cranberries and yogurt-covered pieces, it hits your bloodstream almost the same way candy does. We're talking a high glycemic response. Your blood sugar spikes fast and then drops hard. And because you're sitting still for hours, that sugar has nowhere to go, so you crash. Hard. Here's the rule that actually works. Look at the nutrition label and check 2 numbers, fiber and sugar. You want at least 3 grams of fiber for every 10 grams of sugar. That ratio slows the glycemic response, keeps your blood sugar stable, and stops the crash. It's the single number that changes what you buy at the store. With that in mind, here's your shopping list. Beef jerky and turkey sticks. Protein, 0 sugar, packs anywhere. Roasted nuts and seed mixes, almonds, cashews, pumpkin seeds without the candied stuff. Whole grain crackers with individual nut butter packets. Filling, no mess. Roasted chickpeas, crunchy like chips. High fiber, no sugar. Apples, oranges, and grapes. They hold up in a bag with no cutting required. Popcorn is light, satisfying, and cheap. And dark chocolate squares, 70% or higher. You get the treat without the crash. These are all shelf-stable or near shelf-stable foods, meaning they don't need refrigeration and won't go bad between stops. Pack these in single-serving portions in your grab bag. Keep the bulk stash in the back. And do yourself one favor. Eat before you get hungry. The moment you feel hungry on a road trip, you've already lost. That's the moment you exit for fries. Snacks keep you going, but they don't replace a meal. And if you don't plan real meals, you'll end up at a drive-thru spending $15 on food that makes you sleepy behind the wheel. The trick is knowing which meals actually travel well and which fall apart the moment you take them out of the container. The gold standard is the wrap. A tortilla holds everything together, doesn't get soggy the way bread does, and you can eat it with one hand. Fill it with turkey, hummus, spinach, and shredded cheese. Roll it tight, wrap it in foil, and it'll survive a full day in the deep cooler. 2 wraps per person per day, and lunch is solved. Overnight oats cover breakfast. Prep them in single-serving mason jars the night before you leave. Oats, milk or yogurt, chia seeds, a spoonful of peanut butter, some berries. Grab one in the morning and you've got a real breakfast without stopping. For a bigger meal, pasta salad is the workhorse. Cook rotini, toss it with olive oil, cherry tomatoes, cucumber, olives, feta, and salami. It holds for 3 days, tastes better on day 2, and fills the whole car up in one container. Pre-portion it into deli cups so you're not passing one bowl around. Hard-boiled eggs are underrated. Peel them at home, salt them, and stash them in the day cooler. Instant protein, no prep, no mess. And one hot tip. Pack a small insulated bag with a thermos of hot water. Instant oatmeal, cup noodles, and pour-over coffee become road trip meals with 0 stops. It sounds small until you're 400 miles from home and you have a hot breakfast in the car. Real meals in the car mean fewer stops, less money spent, and a whole lot more energy when you actually arrive. So here's what you now know that most people driving next to you on the highway don't. You know the real prep starts the day before with a meal count and a freeze plan. You know the USDA's Food Safety and Inspection Service quietly recommends 2 coolers and that the one in the passenger cabin will always beat the one in the trunk. You know TCS foods, your perishables, need to stay at or below 40 degrees Fahrenheit the entire trip. You know the fiber-to-sugar ratio that keeps your blood sugar stable and prevents the crash at hour 4. And you know the 4 meal formats: wraps, overnight oats, pasta salad, and hot water thermos meals that turn your car into a rolling kitchen. Do this once, and you'll never go back. Your next road trip will cost less, feel better, and end with you actually wanting to do something when you arrive, instead of collapsing into a hotel bed with a stomach full of gas station regret. If this helped you, hit the like button so more road trippers can find it and subscribe for more travel tips. Drop a comment. What's the one road trip snack you never leave home without? I read every reply. Safe travels out there.